And that's really what the battle of Hanukkah is about. And that's why the blessing that we make on Hanukkah, the second blessing that we make on Hanukkah, after we light the candles, we thank God and bless God for making miracles for our people in ancient times in these days. What does it mean in ancient times in these days? Because this miracle occurs and recurs throughout Jewish history. Throughout Jewish history, there is this struggle to maintain our Jewish identity against the mainstream culture. Against the mainstream culture. And perhaps in no day and age does this resonate more strongly than it does in the 21st century. What we are really struggling now, a struggle of life and death to maintain our Jewish identity against the flood of outside culture. If you go, for instance, to Jerusalem, and you go to the Holocaust Memorial there, Yad Vashem, there is a spectacular memorial there for children. There's an entirely new museum as well that I urge you to see. But there's a spectacular display for children. And the display really consists of a single candle that's reflected by mirrors tens of thousands of times. It's just one candle that burns, and it's reflected and reflected, and there are 1.5 million reflections. And you go into this dark room, it's really one candle that's reflected 1.5 million times, 1.5 million times, and it represents the 1.5 million children that were lost in the Holocaust. When you come out of this dark building, there is a stand with a single child's shoe on it. And it is so devastating that you feel the impact of every single loss. And here we have this memorial for 1.5 million Jewish children who were killed in the Holocaust. And in the United States, we're losing 1 million children right now, and there's no outcry. They're building Holocaust centers all over the world so that we shouldn't forget the 1.5 million children. And we've forgotten 1 million live Jewish children. How could that be? How could that be allowed? It's part of the syndrome of assimilation that repeats itself and repeats itself. Literacy, or should I say illiteracy. If you ask the average Jew today, and I'm not going to ask you because I don't want to embarrass you, but if we were to ask you, who is the mother of Jesus? Is there anyone in this room who doesn't know who the mother of Jesus is? You're not raising your hands. Okay. But if I'd ask you who the mother of Moses is, would you know who the mother of Moses is? And don't tell me Miriam. It's not Miriam. Fooled you. Miriam was his sister. His mother was Yocheved. Most Jews don't know that. How can it be we know the mother of Jesus? We don't know the mother of Moses. If I ask you what day was Jesus born on, you would know it. Christmas. You might even know when he had a bris. New Year's Day. Okay? If I asked you when Moses was born, that's a little esoteric because it's not really in the Bible. But the tradition is the 7th of Adar.